7 weeks to Christmas, folks. Well, I have started my Christmas shopping. Just got 2 items, but one of them I'm probably keeping for myself. Can't display them. Else you'll know, won't you, what you're getting for Christmas? Ha. In preparation for frugally healthy and happy Christmas for December, the hot topic I've chose for this month is happiness. Because if we're talking about healthy and happy, well, what is this thing, happiness? And I'll be using my faithful book, Finding Happiness, and we'll be talking about things like joy and virtue. So that's what I'll be going through off and on for this month, and also doing a little bit of preparation so that Christmas doesn't bite us on the bum. So I've got a great quote from some YouTube famalam that I follow. If you're going the opposite way to the crowd, then you're probably doing it right. Texas boys, that was Texas dad. I mean, it's not exactly how he said it, but that's the general gist of it. And that's generally, I suppose, how, since coming off the merry-go-round, I live my life. We live our life. Me more so. You know, teenage daughter's doing her thing, and my husband's the MD of a busy manufacturing company. He's got to be a little bit more in the out there in the hustle bustle of the world. But I get the privilege of choosing how much I take on and in of that side of things. And it got to me thinking, the Texas Boys YouTube channel, they obviously practicing quite devout Christian, and they do little clips on things like, you know, Halloween, and talking about the consumerism of Christmas and that sort of thing. And I think I don't class myself as religious at all. I'd be more spiritual, but I do, to the best that I can, follow the Christian teachings. With regard to Halloween, I tend to not take too much notice of it. I mean, we did used to, when Isabel was younger, she used to have a little Halloween party for friends, because we've got a small house. Her birthday's on the 12th of October, and we could get a few friends around the table. So what we used to say, well, don't worry, you can invite a few more and have a little Halloween party. But I mean, what that actually involved was some sweets, a little meal round the table, and Ian used to do a little firework display excuse me, at the bottom of the garden, and they used to have some sparklers, so that was about as involved as it got. I think she's done some trick and treating over the years, just for the people we know up the road, on our road. When we were away camping this week, we bought pumpkins for the girls to decorate, which they did last year. They didn't even want to do that. That's fine. I've made a display in the dining room with them, and one of them we hollowed out, and we've Ian made some, experimented with pumpkin soup that we hadn't made before. So what do we think about Halloween? Well, I do like to sort of do a bit of a table display as well. Izzy wanted a bit of a ghost theme this year, but I mean, that just means black and white to me. We did get like a table runner thing that had got like a Casper type ghost on it, and a candle that had got some little cartoon pictures of ghosts on the outside. I mean, that is literally as far as we go with it all. I like the colours, I like this time of year, but I can't get caught up in the... So when I did go to look for some ideas for the table, I mean, some of the gruesome stuff, like the scary clowns and stuff like that on some of the wares are just horrible. So I think, yeah, you need to just think about what you're inviting into your home, I suppose. That's the way I'd look at it. And I don't need to be, you know, going down into anything, I don't know, dark. No, we'll leave it at that. And then what we got? We got bonfire night coming up on the 5th. So that'll be Monday, won't it? I mean, that's the official for the fireworks, isn't it? So the cats are going to be well impressed between now and, well, all this and next week with the fireworks going on all around. We don't do that anymore. There's enough going on. We can look out the window. And then we are literally then doing the countdown to Christmas. And I want to just show you some ideas so that you just don't have to hopefully get bent out of shape over it all. I suppose there's the other side to Christmas as well, isn't there? So we've talked a bit about Halloween, talked about you know, Christmas is a lovely time. I do enjoy Christmas, and there's people that don't, and that's a shame, but, you know, there could be that sad things that happen to them around Christmas, and there's a reason for that. But I think we're walking a fine line here, aren't we? We're celebrating this time of year for what that means to you, but there's something about trying to, as much as possible, not get carried away with this just excessive consumerism, which we know can put you in even more debt or put you into debt. It's just not necessary, and there is a sort of another way of doing the Christmas that's just a little bit more about just doing it in a bit more of a restrained way, and it's still being as enjoyable. And actually, one of the YouTube ladies that I follow, younger ladies with a young family, you know, about teaching your children values, because if we're going to start talking about things like virtue, then we need to be thinking about instilling the right sort of values into our children. I think that'll do for the moment, apart from I've got on the 1st of December, I will be revealing, I'm not actually using a smash pot to change my mind. Got hold of a piggy bank, and I've just put little notes in of the money that I'm saving along the way each time, and then at the 1st of December I'll just open it up and I will tell you how much we have saved by doing our frugal bit for the autumn months. So there we go. God bless.
That's the paradox. It don't fit in your merit box. You might not understand it. You out in this pair of socks. The victor ain't the one that's winning.